Let's see, restream chat. Let's get this going so I can talk to you guys. That seems good. Seems good there. If you guys are in the chat, just let me know. Give me a quick heads up so I know this is working. Tap tap. What's up, Grant? Yeah, my mic's a little close to my ultra loud keyboard. Move that up a bit. All right, cool. So I'm glad that's working. It's not showing me viewers, however, that's weird. At least I can see you guys in the chat there. So let's go into this. Cool. All right. I'm gonna wait like 2 minutes, get this going, but send out a quick tweet. Streaming. Look into Houdini MOPs. .com/c/live. I think that's the URL. No, I don't want volume. Sorry for the feedback, people. Just wanted the link. Motion design. I can tag C4D in this, right? Because those people will be interested. Cool. So if you guys don't know what MOPs is, for the two of you that are watching, it's motion graphic nodes. It stands for motion operators, or just MOPs for short. So you can get it at motionoperators.com and see what it's all about. But basically, it's kind of like bringing in the really awesome mograph functionality from C4D and giving Houdini users a starting point that's a lot easier to set up than currently. So I've been playing with it for about a week now, and it's still an alpha, but it's pretty dang stable. There's like a couple things that are buggy, so if this crashes, it's just one of those things that I'll quickly restart, but I've been having a lot of luck with it. So to get started, you just have to create some geometry. It's quite simple. You can use this as your base, or you can put in some actual geometry. Just for getting started, we can start with just this default geo. And to access MOPs, it's just like everything else. There's MOPs down here, and there's fall-offs, generators, modifiers, and tools. I'm not going to go through all of these. If you go to the website, you'll see that they have a whole Learn MOPs section. If I click on the right thing, for video tutorials, and it covers a lot of these. This is kind of just like a first look getting started and like how easy it is to make some fun stuff. So for starters, you want to throw in an instance, or instancer, I should say. We'll just turn this on and really quickly go like this and throw our file in there. And just like that, we've got MOPs working. So by default, it sets up a grid, and it's a fixed size, and it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to up the steps a bit, it ups your spacing. And then if you go to a fixed number, it's just like what you're used to in Cinema 4D if you're a C4D artist. So we can bring that down and then spread that out. Then of course you can adjust your distance just like that. And these are all instances, so that's super fast. If I put in some actual geometry, let's just do the pig head. Everybody loves a pig head. And we'll go into this, put that right there. See how fast it updates. See if Redshift wants to play along. So yeah, it's playing pretty nicely with third-party renders too. Come on, Wacom, there we go. I'm just gonna move my camera back a bit, like so. I don't have any lights in the scene, so I was just using like a default light. Just do like a quick little dome in here so you guys can see that it plays pretty nicely with third-party render engines already. I don't have Octane on here, but I've seen in the forum already that people are trying to use it with Octane, and it seems to be working pretty well. Let's see, exposure will turn this down to like -0.5. Cool. Get that set up. So I'm not going to use Redshift very much in this for this demo. This is mostly just like a technical demo of showing everything you can do with this. So once you get this sorted and set up how you want, defaults to grid, as I said, you can do everything to like a linear, and same kind of deal where you just move this way to your distance, and you can change offset along that line, how many points you want in that line. Let's say we want 4. What else can we do? You can do radial. So I will scale this up a bit like that, and let's try like 20. Scale it up some. So puts it just on a nice circular ring like that. You can do it like this too, or like that. Control it to like 180 degrees, and you have all that same control as if you were using a circle node. In here, you get all that same information, except it's all in one nice tool like this. What's up, Serge? How are you, man? So, just a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. I already started messing around with like throwing in some like sine waves and things like that. So do like a frame times, do like 50 times 2, sure, something like that. You can already start to have some fun with it and make some fun stuff. That's probably a little too chaotic. And then on this side, we can do like a cosine, again with the frame times 5 times 4, something like that. Move back a little bit. And so really quickly, you can just start getting some cool, fun loops. And, you know, if you want to change the uniform scale down, it does it really quickly. Change your distance, things like that. How many divisions you want to make it nice and smooth. So this is one of the fun things that I've been playing with, just adding in like little loops and stuff. What's up, Steven? Again, just changing this to like XY or ZX, kind of just fun stuff that you can do. Of course, you can do 360, so you get a full circular ring going on. So what else we got? We got spherical. So spherical is almost like having a grid. It needs a little bit more work, I think, in my opinion. It's like, so let me make this say like 10. So if I start adding in a bunch of points, come in here and you'll see they start to overlap a little bit. So I wish there was a little bit more control with that. Beyond that, the controls are really simple and awesome, and you can control your cone angle here to fill out a circle or go half circle, less than that. You can have some like really fun stuff where it kind of comes in at an angle like this. And it's just this one instancer. We haven't even started talking about fall offs and noise and things like that. This is all just inside the instancer. What else can we do? We did grid already, so mesh is just what you would expect. So if I throw a sphere in here, and let me make this a polygon mesh. We'll put it as our template object, and for giggles, I'll just scale it up in here. You can see how fast it is. Like I said, these are all instances, so it just makes things that much easier to work with and speedier. So once we have that mesh in here, you can choose a distribution method. So we have scatter, points, prim centers, voxels, which we don't have it. Let me see if it will do it. It's cooking at the moment. Just got to do a VDB from polygon, and then it will scatter it. Might just have to cancel it. There we go. Okay, I was afraid it was going to be too heavy with the stream. What's up, Nelu? Then edge centers. So everything that you would expect. So if we do scatter, you can relax your iterations or tighten them up if you want, change your scatter seed around. Speaking of scatter seed, let's say you want 2 different objects in here. Well, it's built for that. So if we go back into this instancing tab and we hit the plus sign, throw this in here for rubber toy, and you'll see we've got rubber toy in here and the pig head in there. Really nice and easy. And then we get options in here too. So probability, right now it's 1-to-1, so it's going to be equal probability, but let's say we want less pig head and more of the rubber toy. Just slide this down, and you can do the inverse too. More pig head, less rubber toy. If you want to change the scale for just the rubber toy right in there, you can change that in there. If you want to change it for the pig heads, right in there. Really nice and simple. Change pivots, things like that. And then let me pull back on this. Come on. Don't be weird, Wacom pen. There we go. It's like a weird little bug with using a tablet where sometimes right click doesn't actually work. So what was I saying? You can come in here and change sorting, and this will update this to however you want on the Y, Z, reverse, what else? Random, and you can change the seed in here too. So lots of ways to sort your objects. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Grant. Like, it'd be kind of nice just to have inputs at the top here, and I've noticed that in a couple other instances too. No pun intended, but use cases where I'd like to have some inputs or more inputs or options for more inputs at the top. But at current standing, this works pretty well. What else can we do? So scale by radii, push along the normal, and let's just set this back to that. Or maybe was that 0? No, I think it was at 1. Up vectors, you can change that, and all these other options for orientation and cusping and lots of fun stuff. So curve is going to be using a curve. I don't have a curve set up, but it's the same deal. And then a honeycomb grid, which makes things nice and easy. So we'll just push this up and very quickly get a honeycomb grid, which I've set up my own honeycomb grids before in Houdini, and this makes it really fast and easy, and it's awesome. And as I said, it's all instances, so there you go, 100 by 100 set up just like that, nice and easy. And since I am in camera, let's go ahead and just hit play on Redshift and see if I bring down the stream or not. Should update, maybe. We'll see. Might start freaking out. I'm not using this new points to instance node that they just put out because I'm just getting used to it. I finally just got it working after some bad install environment file writing that was on my part. So come on. I think I killed it with Redshift, yeah. So basically what happens with Redshift is it doesn't actually see the instances as instances, and you have to tell it to create all these as instances, so I probably just killed it. That's all right. We'll just restart. And like I said, this isn't really about Redshift. It's more just looking at getting started with MOPs and the fun you can have with it. Yeah, I know. Arnold, blah, blah. So guys, if you have any questions in this, or you want me to make something in particular that you want to see how fast it is in relation to, say, Cinema 4D cloners and things like that, just let me know. But I haven't even gotten into like fall-offs and stuff yet, so I'm going to start going into that in just a second. So we'll add this back in here. Uh-oh, watch saga continues. Let me move that out of the way. So, options, come on. Get that going. So let's say we just want to mess with this and we're going to do like a fixed number here, maybe something like that, and bring the distance down. Cool. How about, yeah, we'll do 7 by 8, so 15. And let's do some fall off. So the first one that they show off in the lessons is a plane. So we'll just do that nice and simple. I'm going to warn you, it may crash. The preview fall off has an issue that needs to be worked out with Houdini, or side effects, excuse me. It's a known bug. It's not actually MOPs. It's just something that happens with Houdini at the core. So be prepared for me to have to restart this. It's really nothing about MOPs. I've already talked to Toadstorm on the forum. He knows about it, and so they've reported it to side effects, and side effects knows about it too. So let's go ahead and start doing this. I'm gonna just change this to a mesh so we get some more lines on there. And where is my plane? If I could type plane fall off. There we go. Where are you? Why aren't you showing up? Hello. There we go. Nope, you still don't want to show up. Why? Let me try a different fall off. There it is. Okay, see, the fall off thing was acting up. That's why it wasn't showing up. I might try a different tool. So hopefully side effects gets on that pretty soon. Try this one more time. And let's just do a box again. Instance, nope, I want instancer. And throw that in there, like so. And I'm gonna scale this down in here this time. Fall off. So shape fall off instead. There we go. I think also I was using plane. I really wanted to use shape. I was thinking plane inside Cinema 4D, which is pretty much the shape fall off. So you can see here we have all these colors. This represents our fall off. And let's say we want it to go up. Sorry, not up there. If we want it to go up in the Y, we're going to add in a modifier. So you can have like a curl modifier, a transform. I'm just going to show transform because that's the most basic thing and what you'll probably use most of the time. So if I move this up, you'll see right there, it starts to move up as our fall off moves too. And then I can slide this like this from side to side. And so as it gets to like a deeper, darker blue, purple, it kills the fall off. And as it goes through to this full color white, to the original color, that means it's fully activated. So just like you would do inside Cinema 4D, really nice and fun. So now that we've done that modifier, we can start playing with other modifiers and other fall offs. So let's change this fall off to have some noise and give it a second to do that. And let's say frequency. You know what? I'm going to add some more distribution to this so we can see it a lot better. So let's do like 4 by 4 and like 0.125 by 0.125. Oh, 0.125. Yeah. 0.125. There we go. So you can see we get like this wave in there from the noise. And let's go ahead and add some frequency into that. And just like we were doing before, we can drag it back and forth and the noise will update. So I'm going to go ahead and throw like a curl modifier in here. And when I do that, you can see, oh man, crash again. So it's what's happening is it's the fall off color that it's showing in the viewport is killing it. So for the rest of the stream, I'm just going to turn off the fall off color so we don't get those crashes, and that will just save some irritation for you guys watching and for me too. So instancer, do this one more time. You guys will have this driven into your head on how to set this up and get going. So I'll do like 0.125, something like that. Cool. Let's do the fall off with shape. And also in here too, you can have like a transformation in here. So if you want to use like a shape with the shape fall off as well, meaning like a box or a sphere or whatever, you can plug it into this second port there, that second input. You know what, for this one, I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing before. We'll do 4 by 4 and like 0.125 by 0.125. But I'm gonna change this to a sphere, just like that. And let's make the outer radius a little bigger, like so. And we'll go back in and add just a little bit of noise to it. You can see right in there. And now I'm gonna do the curl. Oh, before I add that curl in, turn off the preview, curl, like so. There we go. So now you can see in there, it is just starting to kind of swirl around where that noise is in here. And let's say we want amplitude really high in this direction. And so that's about it for the curl, just basics. And we can move this along and you can see we get all that kind of cool undulating curl noise happening. That's basically it, like I said, but there's more options. So you can evect points, you can have trails, you can do a lot more. And like I said in the beginning, there's lessons on this that you can go watch. So if you have it to evect, you hit play, it actually starts moving all this stuff around. So let's go ahead and move this back, and we'll say on that there, I'm gonna kill the brain and go to 48. And we'll move, come on back. We'll move this over here and reset this, turn our brain back on and hit play. Why? What did I kill by doing that? That should have activated that. Does it? Oh, maybe it doesn't work with Evect. I think that might be something too that isn't working at the moment. Hold on, let me just do some. Yeah, it's not working with Evect, but we can do it like that. Evect, it has to be static to get going, but that's okay. So let's say you want trails. We can just change that to trails, and then it draws all those trails for you and extra points, which is really nice. Wish that would stop popping up. And then if you want lines, there you go, we can get some lines. So if you want to do this and then sweep those and make some crazy stuff, they have that in one of these. Yeah, splines or sweep spline. So let's do sweep spline, and I should be able to, let me make sure I hook these up right. Cross section and backbone. So this is going to be our backbone, like that. Let's do a circle. Make it really small. Bring that in here. And there we go. It's not really sweeping it, is it? I gotta be honest, I haven't played with this sweep one yet, but I watched the video on it, so I was just trying to do this from memory. Probably shouldn't do that. Output backbone? No, not doing it. Anyway, you can use a sweep just like you can inside Cinema 4D. I need to rewatch the video on it. But there's all these other modifiers we can look at too. So let's go ahead and pick another one. Aim is fun, so I'll hook that one up now to that. And now if we come in close, you can see everything's aiming right at this. So I'm sure lots of you have had to do this at some point in your motion design career, have something aim at something. So just like that, you can have it work within the fall off. So if I move this fall off around too, anywhere this fall off goes, it'll aim at this right here. This right here, if I can select it properly. The more I use Houdini, the more I'm learning that it really does not like Wacom's very much, and I feel like I'm gonna have to switch back to a mouse just for using Houdini. But yeah, you can see all these turning and facing for the aim. You can change the up vector too. So let's say we want it like that, and I can move this around. And they all start flipping. Or have it on the X, same deal. Have them all flip around and turn. So just, it's a lot of fun, a lot of like simple stuff that you can just do right away. Let's put that right in there again. And more modifiers. We did curl. Delay is just what you think it's going to do. It's going to delay an animation. Flocking is kind of like flocking in X particles. Randomize is just kind of like what you think. I'm going to put randomize in here, and you can see it'll kind of add like a little bit of randomization in there. The animation's so fast, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see in here they kind of randomize which way they're going. Oh, they're not. Okay, I thought they had automatically turned on orientation. That's my bad. Should have looked at that. So now you can see that they're all kind of facing aim, but also doing orientation in a randomized fashion. So if I move this, it should also, yeah, you can see it affects these down here as well. So they are trying to aim at that, but in a more randomized fashion. You can do randomized position too. So they'll aim at that and randomize orientation and their position a bit more. So let's say we want a little bit more randomization like that. Come to the side here. And you know what, I'm just going to set this to like 72. Apply. There we go. And let's do a delay now that we've actually got some stuff going on. Put that right down here. I saw something with my name. Oh, yeah, I have been able to do that, Grant. Thank you. It's been a half hour, so it's been a little bit longer than 15 minutes. But yeah, you can see that it's definitely in alpha, especially the whole like fall off color thing. Now that I've turned that off, it works a lot better. So I'm just gonna put like a delay of 5 on here, and you can see it's got some really nice delay fall off. And let's try like 12. I believe this is done in frames, not seconds. Yeah, adds just a little bit more time, so there right around 12 is when it starts to activate now. And you don't have to use fall off for this. And maybe that puts it up at 12 seconds. Let's try 2, see if that works. Fall off? Maybe you do have to use fall off. Maybe this is another bug. All right. So what else can we do? I think, Grant, you were asking earlier about like Octane instances and the Octane instancer. I might try and pull something off with that in a minute. Again, I actually haven't used any of these tools in here. I'm not even sure they have lessons up on the tools yet, do they? just modifiers, fall off, and basic intro generators. All right, let's see if I can crash this again. What are these tools doing? Apply attributes, convert. What's mop convert? Oh, unpack. Okay. All right, so for the new instancing thing, the way that I understand it is I should be able to just click on this, select this, and hit enter. And now it's evaluating Python, so we'll give it a second and see if it works. Okay, I did that. Select, enter, enter. All right, let's try this again. Oh, cool, it didn't freak out that time. Like last time I did it, it worked, but it still like didn't show the geometry in there. All right. Here we go. Got my camera. Okay. Hold on, cam. Lock this down. All right. It seems like it's actually trying now. That's pretty cool. So let's do -1, bring that down a little bit with the exposure. Let's just see. I don't have my window set to update automatically. Here, we'll do that down here. Not shop, out. That should fix that, right? Yeah. Cool. All right, so yeah. So what this basically does, the way I read it, is it turns everything into an instance that Redshift and Octane can read and read the point values and everything properly. I don't know if it updates instantly or not, so let's just do like a pig head, not big pig. Let's see if I can get this to crash again. Throw the pig in here. Okay, so building Redshift scene. All right, let's see. Rendering. So it looks like what it does is it just creates whatever geometry you had and puts it in here. So if I make, let's see, if I go in here, object merge, box 1, interesting. If I do mops out, no, nope, that's gonna make this crash. I just realized it wants the actual base geo. Yeah, freaking out. Okay, there we go. Now it's updated. So I guess it doesn't update one-to-one. I can probably put in a request for that, but you can see it's updated in there now. I would just have to have like the color attributes transfer over and things like that, since I don't have a material on here at the moment. I wonder too, so UV project, extracting proxy and procedural objects. Okay, why are you still doing that, Redshift? There we go. You got your wish grant. Got it to crash again. So, oh, no, it fixed itself. Did it fix itself? think it did. No, it didn't. That's okay. It's with the territory doing these live streams. Seems like for Houdini at least, I just meant to crash it. Man, I got 9 people watching. Man, if you are watching, say hi in the chat if you haven't already, because there's way more of you now according to Restream. Cool. Instancer. So we just won't do any of that fun stuff from before, but let's say we want a couple. Actually, we'll just do one for now and scale it down. So let's try something with just like a sphere. Mark, what's up, Mark? Are you at work? Probably, yeah. I assume so. So let's mess with this a little bit. So this is exactly where I would like to have like relax iterations a bit, just for like these overlaps. Hopefully that comes in the future, so I don't have to set up a sphere first. I can also fill the sphere instead, which is kind of cool. What's up, dude? Fall off. So let's say we did shape already. Let's do noise. We'll just have some noise on here because we haven't done that yet. And I'm gonna use the preview for now because I'm not gonna move it around and just get this set up however we want. So let's change this frequency a good bit more, and let's do whirly, like so. And so I'll turn off the preview now that we have that all set up. And let's go ahead and do another mop. And I think color modifier isn't gonna do, yeah, that just changes the color. Yeah, so this is like the random color generator, not random color generator. What is it? The shader effector. So now we get all these colors in here. That's not really what I want to do. I want to make some like fun movements that I've done before. I think we'll do curl, like so, and something like that. Let's try a vect, and we'll just let that play like so. You'll see it just keeps going for as long as you'll allow it to go. And maybe we want it like 0.25 here and maybe 5 on the watt. Actually, we'll do 0.25 here, but some bigger on the Z. See, we get some really cool looking stuff already. And you can easily control the effect scale through that. And as I was saying before, we can do a delay, and I'm pretty certain the delay is supposed to come after this. Try it out. If it doesn't actually delay it at all, I'll try it before. Yeah, so these are all packed geometry. If I jump in here and there's like a little note in here, it tells you what each one is doing. So cusp by default, don't polyframe by default, all these things. And then if you come up in here, you'll see this object merge, and I believe it is packed geometry for merging. I know it's packed because they talked about it on not the stream, but the video introducing it, that these are all packed. Input mesh. Just gonna read through these really quick because I swear they said it was packed. Convert. Okay, normals. Well, I'm not going to go through all these nodes. You can see that just in the mop instancer, there's a ton of crap in here already. But it's packed. I am 95% certain that it's packed. So, come on. So I have the delay first. It's not doing anything. That's why I thought I had to go after. That's all right. We'll just do a normal, simple one like this, and I will move the noise around. Yeah, you can do anything like that. So yeah, you can have like fall from attribute. So if you want to have certain ones reacting to an attribute, you can. And I even think there's, yeah, point count is from count packed. So right in here, you'll see 1,891, 1,891 right in there. And just like that, all the way up to 8,000, whatever. So 8,500, just do that. And to show this, I'll just move this around. It might freak out for a second because it's a lot of points. There we go. It should let me do that, I think. Turn off the brain. Oh, why did I say that? 20. That was dumb. There we go. And I'm going to do this one a little bit slower. We'll go up to 96, like so, over here. Now when I do the curl, I go back, turn this back on, play. You can see all that moving around, and that's just different noises happening, and it should stop. Yeah, it stops when that stops moving. But you can combine modifiers too, so let's say you want a little bit of noise throughout the whole thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and revert this to default and delete channels so that clears out. Let's go ahead and put another shape back in here. Not shape, I want to transform. Transform modifier, like so. And let's say we just want this to blow out like it should, like so. There we go. And maybe they rotate 360. So what you should be able to do here is merge the two. So come to modifiers, there should be merge. Maybe it's only fall-offs that you can merge. I think you just stack the modifiers. All right, let me backtrack on this. So we've got noise in here, and then we're gonna take a shape, fall off, put that in there, turn that on. And let's do linear. Like we've got, turn that off and turn off the brain, come back to the beginning, and we'll set this back here like so. And go to 96 and have this come through here. Go back. Okay, now go to fall off and combine fall offs. Like so. So this is one of those instances that I was talking about where I'd like to have more inputs in here for combining. But the nice thing about it is you can just add and subtract and multiply and divide as you want. So I'm just going to do subtract in here, and then let's do just like a normal transformation again. So now we should be able to see that as that shape passes through, since it's subtracting in here, it's killing that noise activation. So all that comes back, and then maybe I didn't push my shape far enough through. Oh no, it's because it's just like a linear progression. Forgot about that. So once it falls off, it actually falls off, so it's killing it. So have this come back in and kill that, like so. And pretty easy to start doing some cool manipulation. And then we can do it again, do it like this, and Mark, since you're watching, or maybe even Grant, is there a faster way to move these instead of just like selecting the key points? Because I'd love to be able to move them down here like you can in Cinema 4D. So let's move this to like frame 5. And we'll do 101. Cool. Let's do another combine. And this time we're gonna, I don't want to preview that, we're gonna add it back in. So it should cancel out and then come back in. Cancel out and come back in. No, you don't want to. This may crash this. Let's see. Oh, I turned off preview fall off. Let's see. Why is that? Do I need to subtract it again? Let's try that again. Should be add. So we're taking away with one and then coming back through with another. All right, let's reverse these then. Taking away with one, coming back in with another. Come on, work with me here. Interesting. If I do subtract, does that pop up? Multiply? No. This is how I just did this thing the other day that I posted on Instagram yesterday. Had a plane and then a plane follow through. What did I do differently? All right, let's do preview fall off. So noise, take care of that. Okay, and all right, there we go. Expand out, and then come back in. That's why you preview your fall-offs. And why hopefully that bug gets fixed. So, pretty straightforward, even though I was just struggling with it. And then you can just stack these up and stack them up. And then, of course, like I said, you can start adding stuff in and stacking down here too. Why the delay made that go away, I don't know, which is weird. But let's see, how long have I been streaming for now? Almost an hour. So that's kind of just like a quick little intro and how fast it can be. I know I had a bunch of crashes. I swear it's usually a good bit more stable. Most of the crashes were just like that fall off bug that I announced in the beginning, and then getting Redshift to play nicely with this new MOPs to point instances. I think I was just pushing it a little bit further than I should have. So guys, as always, if you have any questions, leave comments below. I'll try and answer them. This has only been around for a week, 2 weeks now. I think we're on the second week now. It's still very much an alpha. If you want to learn more about it, go check out the website. It's motionoperators.com, and I'll just go right back here. You'll see like the cute little pug, because MOPs is German for pug. And then you can just learn all about it. But you can do a lot of really cool stuff. They have really easy to follow lessons in here. They have a really active forum. As soon as I post something in the forum, it usually gets an answer within like 30 minutes to an hour. So they're doing a really good job about that too. So yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out and doing that and letting me screw around with this. Let's see, Grant, yes, shift drag the surrounding area on the timeline. Shift drag. Oh man, that's cool. Shift. Oh, sweet. Grant, awesome. Saving the day. So cool. And middle click to move it. Oh, sweet. That is awesome. Thanks, dude. All right, anyway, until next time, there's no Redshift live tonight like normal. It's going to be every other week from now on, and I think the mograph guys. Yeah, I know I need keys there. I've got one key here. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's no Redshift live tonight. I think the mograph guys and I are going to start alternating as soon as they're done their giant project that they've been working on. So next week is Redshift live. Will return. The following week, maybe there'll be an Octane live. Then again, Redshift live, and so on and so forth. I'm trying to get some more guests lined up. I know I was supposed to have Nate on last week, but he's been booked solid, so it just kind of interrupted the flow of things getting him onto the show. If you guys have any suggestions of people you want to see on the show, tutorials for things, as you can see, I'm kind of deviating away a little bit and been doing Houdini. This is my second Houdini stream. Again, crash central with it, but that was to be expected. But if you have anything you want to see, let me know in the comments below. You can find me on a bunch of Slacks, and just search for 531. I'm all over the internet. All right, guys, I'm sure I'll talk to you on Slack in the next few minutes, and have a great week. See ya.